So this influencer is really popular and really successful, but she has a problem. This guy is after a big chunk of her money. So one day, a long time ago, she would play video games online, and she met this guy. Let's call her Assassin Dog, and him Bacon. So Assassin Dog and Bacon become friends, but Bacon is really into her, and he's a smooth talker.
I got a message from this guy and he was like, I would drag my balls through a field of broken glass just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
And I guess that did it, cause Assassin Dog fell in love. But Bacon, he suddenly approached her with an idea. They would create a new YouTube channel together, a gaming channel, where he would play the games and he'd send her the footage, and she would pretend she was playing and react. So he would be behind the scenes, she would be the face, and they'd co-own it 50-50. And the business plan worked, like really well. The channel blew up, getting tens of millions of followers over the years. And they started other channels together, those channels blew up too. Then they get this other idea to evolve away from gaming and into more reaction content, where basically Assassin Dog would watch TikToks and react like,
whoa!
And Bacon would allegedly still be the brains of it, working behind the scenes. And those videos blew up, eventually getting the main YouTube channel to over 34 million subscribers. Damn! Now this couple, who at this point was married, they were raking in tons of cash. They buy a $7 million house, she wins a Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards for gaming. Things were going great for them. Until they weren't. One day, sadly, they split up and filed for divorce.
We broke up. He broke up with me. We still have a house. We have a house together. He doesn't want to leave. I don't want to leave.
And that is where it got real ugly. She allegedly started doing brand deals without him and taking all the money. She created several spin-off YouTube channels using the company name. She allegedly changed the passwords on the Instagram account they co-owned, locking him out. She stole hard drives and phones out of the house that had company data on them.
Allegedly.
And Bacon, he sees all this and he's pissed. So he changes the password and locks her out of the main YouTube channel. You know, the one with 34 million subscribers. So they're both holding shit hostage. Like I said, real ugly. Now eventually she returned the devices and he let her into the YouTube. But that wasn't enough of a resolution, cause he sued her. And in the lawsuit, he basically argues that she can't go on and use the brand to make money and exclude him from all that revenue. Because remember, they started it together and he claims he owns 50%. Now, this lawsuit, it's still pending. But let me say this, most of this information is
alleged
and all based on the complaint in the lawsuit he filed. So this whole story is all from his perspective. We don't yet know what her perspective is or how she's gonna react to this, but I imagine she's probably gonna react like,
whoa!
Like before we address it, like what is your opinion on her anyway? Like just in general.
I never really had problems with Sniper Wolf. Sniper Wolf was like, I never really watched her back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I never watched her back in the day. So I don't really have any real true opinion on her. She's just there. I remember I used to see her little compilations and shit, but I never really paid attention for real.
Like I personally would watch her when I'm really bored. But other than that, I didn't really like her or dislike her. But then next thing you know, you see all this drama videos coming out and you're just like, what is this about, you know? So how did it start?
She had problems back in the day too. She also had she always had a lot of drama behind her. They caught her the first time with the fake gameplay. Everybody knew her gameplay was fake in the COD community. They knew it. So I remember her for that too. Everything I remember her about was kind of negative. I know it sounds bad, but yeah, that's what I remember. Everything was kind of negative. It was never anything positive.
I didn't see any of that. I just thought it was kind of indifferent. I didn't know there was a whole thing behind her. I just seen her as the farmer, you know, the one making money all the time.
No, she been had that stuff behind her. So since she had that, I was already used to it. So when this also came up with this whole ordeal with the whole YouTube shit came out again, well, I guess where everybody started bringing it up again, I guess I wasn't really surprised.
I'll admit, when I've seen the whole thing, the channel's not even hers, I was honestly kind of makes sense. She never seemed it seemed so fake from the beginning.
Yeah.
Clearly just a pawn. There's nothing, my thing is, it's if you're gonna make a channel like that, wouldn't you make a contract where it's 50-50? Wouldn't you? I've seen a tweet or something where she was I never faked my gameplay. I had hand cams where she just shown her hands.
Yeah, that was fake.
I'll have to put that tweet up on screen because honestly, I just found that funny. I was we could tell it wasn't you.
Right, it's she thought she was discreet about it. No, ma'am, we could tell you're not playing that COD, all right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good point to bring up. I did forget that she did try to fake the allegations. She definitely did try to lie, even though it was pretty obvious, because she got exposed in this one video. This one guy, he used to expose COD players for cheating, and he exposed her pretty bad. He couldn't even come back from it. So it was pretty known in the COD community she was cheating. So back to where we're at. We're at the problems in the marriage. They had problems, but they were still together in the house. They still lived together. They still shared the community. Like, they still shared the YouTube videos. Still 50-50 at this point. And then later on, right, I don't know dates or time. I didn't get too much into that. But later on, they end up, I don't know if SSSniperWolf starts with this. This is alleged. I'm not sure. So I don't want it to be like, oh, Peyton said this, that, and the third. No, I didn't.
I'm sure you still get that anyway. Like, there's nothing you can do.
No, I didn't. I'm pretty sure that it all started with SSSniperWolf. I don't know why, but she started taking brand deals without him. Alright, so she's getting money and not giving him his 50 portion he's supposed to get. So she starts being kind of petty, and then getting money without him. Then I guess he retaliates and locks the main account so she can't post. So I guess he's like, if I don't get money, bitch, you don't either.
Wait, did you see like the tweet where she denied they had a marriage license and were ever married?
No, I never saw that. That's
there
crazy.
Was, like, I think there was a tweet where she was like, "We were never married." Blah 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 blah. And there's also stuff with them breaking up started. It's like I think there was a community post on the actual channel. I'll have to look for it because honestly, it was pretty interesting. I'll look it up and I'll send it to you right now. It was about their.
That is so crazy.
You can tell that we don't prepare for these.
No, that's some shit, bro. Like, wow, I did not even know that. That is crazy. Yo, so basically, I ain't gonna lie. Basically, SSSniperWolf done started all this bullshit because they could have. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know what happened in their marriage because I feel like when you do something like this, maybe she should have just tried to branch out. Like, I get her face is what brings in the viewers, but nowadays, but even then, behind the scenes, he's still like getting all the videos for her to react. Because remember they had that reaction channel, right?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, he's still getting all the videos. He's doing all the editing. She's basically just a face. Like, she's just a pawn. She does nothing else. So it's like,
sorry for my like silence. I'm trying to find that picture.
no, don't worry about it. Like, so it's just like that's kind of crazy how she's doing this. Like, so far though, since we got all of the lore out the way, or all that happened out the way, all that happened out the way, do you think the split in general that they had from the jump was fair? How do you feel about that? What do you think?
I feel like 50-50 is fine. I honestly
Really?
though, I wouldn't have given her 50-50. I would have been like 60-40 because all she did was like read the script and everything. She didn't do the gameplay. Like I feel like the guy ended up putting more work in. Like, because it's like, would you be happy with the 50-50 split when you're doing majority of the work?
Absolutely not.
And of course we don't know if this is like fully true. I'm just going off of like what we have. But like if this is true, then I would be mad. Like I would be super mad. I'd be like, I'm putting all this work in for you and you're not like paying me for it. Like,
no, that's absolutely correct. And I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say, first of all, John, I would have did 75, bitch. I'm getting 75. I don't know what you're getting, but I know I'm getting 75. You're telling me I'm editing no, even before we get to the other channels, because that means he's editing at least 3 channels. He's getting videos for at one channel. He's doing COD gameplay for another. I don't know what happened because I didn't watch it, so I don't know if some other channels got inactive or whatever, and they just stayed to reaction. Because I remember for a good point, she was just doing TikTok reactions and shit. I remember that for a while. But if that's the case, he's doing a lot more than she is. And I'm not gonna say she doesn't deserve anything, because I know some people are saying she deserves nothing. That makes no sense. Come on. Because if they're not seeing her, they're not clicking it. All right.
So I found the post for you. Here's the screenshot. This is the post. So let me read it. It said, "Hello everyone, Evan/Sausage here. I have an announcement to make. I am the creator of SSSniperWolf, as well as Mr. Sausage Boy and Little Leah. I made this channel as part of my project almost 10 years ago. I flew across the country to be with Leah and to work on this channel. We got married and we're supposed to be partners in business and for life. With no one but ourselves knowing the truth about what we do. Due to our differences we cannot seem to reconcile, I have filed for divorce. For the meantime, there will be no more uploads for a bit while we try to work some things out." So of course this was like instantly deleted and the uploads resumed.
Yeah, okay.
Also, I didn't read that word for word.
It was fine. It was just fine. Just summarized.
but it's...
Well, do you think Sniper Wolf is in the wrong, or what is your overall opinion? I already know you said you wouldn't be giving her that money, but do you think Sniper Wolf is wrong? Do you think he's wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, and since we don't have like definitive proof that any of this is real,
Mhm.
if it turns out that he, like the dude, is telling the truth, honestly, this makes her look really bad. Like, I wouldn't support her. Because, like, imagine you start this thing, like, with your wife, thinking that this is, like, something you'll do together, and you'll be with her forever, and then this starts happening. Like, due to some differences. Like, I understand they're, like, grown adults, but, like, if this is true, it kind of sounds like they're, like, kind of, like, fighting like children, you know? Like, it's... I feel like this could have been handled more maturely, of course. Because, I mean, think about it. If it was that serious, they could have took it to court. Like, seriously, they could have took it to court to make it in, like, a documented thing that it's 50-50. If it was that big a deal.
No, I think they did have documents, and I think she breached that, and that's why he took it to court in the first place, and I just feel like... It should have never got there. I see what you're saying. You're totally correct. It should have never got there. And from my opinion, I feel like, truly, to me, I know this might sound bad, but I really don't care. I'm already used to, like, her being into, like, a lot of stuff, and her already being in a negative light, so, like, this all isn't a surprise to me. Like, I could see if I was, like, some kid that's been following her for years, and I never knew anything about the COD shit, about her getting exposed. I was already kind of there for everything, so it's like, I wasn't surprised, you know?
I'm gonna throw up her, and this has nothing to do with this drama. I'm gonna throw up her, mugshot, because I think it's very funny. Like...
This would be our fucking, or shit, we should edit as a thumbnail.
It's gonna be in the thumbnail. There's no shot it won't be. But, like, I'm just saying, like, dude.
Okay, well then, how do you feel? Last subject before we end. How do you feel like this could be avoided?
Maturity. Like, that's all it takes. Like, a mature adult will, like, actually do this fine. Like, it's not that hard at the end of the day to just be smart and logical, but no offense to these people, but it seems like as I'm, like, starting to, like, get older and starting to look around, it's like, a lot of these people are more stupid than you think they are. Like, think of it this way. Like, imagine for years of your life, you've had, like, a lot of money, a lot of following, like, nobody's telling you wrong or right. You get, like, you just start, like, not thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah.
So she's just, I think that she's not thinking about what she's doing, and it's causing a lot of problems, because look at what's happening. So basically, like, if she was just smarter, this wouldn't happen. And what about you?
I think it's pettiness. I think it has nothing to do with her intelligence at all, because, like, hear me out. I feel like what all happened is, I guess there was problems and she started being petty, and she brought her personal feelings into her business, which you should never do. And this is a exact reason why you should never do that. And you know what I'm saying? I can speak from a point of view of doing something like that, and it never ends well. Just look at the consequences. You done lost your page. You're losing your brand because he's about to sue the shit out of her. Let's keep it a buck. If this is real, he's suing the shit out of her.
Yeah, he definitely has evidence.
And now she probably could be left with nothing when she could have just been mature and left, and maybe left with something. Now she may or may not leave with nothing if he really has a good case.
Like, honestly, your point is very valid. Like, I think that it might be pettiness, but that also comes down to intelligence. Like, an intelligent person wouldn't be this petty.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You are right.
Like, me personally, I would be, like, thinking about the long-term effects, not the short-term. And I feel like she's only thinking about her short-term effects. Honestly, it's just a mess. And we'll have to see how it goes. So we'll probably do a follow-up on that.
Well, bye, YouTube.
Bye. Tune in next time.
Yeah, tune in. Nigga, subscribe, like, comment, tell us what we can do better. Tell us what we did great. Thank you.
And if you don't subscribe and like the video, we will show up at your house.